huh. Yeah.
Drill me.
You gotta choose your side. You gotta choose your side. It's do or die. I said it's do or die. I said it's conflict in all areas, nigga. You choose the side. You could win or you could lose, nigga. It's do or die. Energy don't lie, it just testify for what they saying. I just look them deep into their eyes, going against the God in me. Now that's suicide. Higher self, higher level, higher wealth. To move like this, you gotta put your pride upon yourself. They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger.
Hey, what you say is true. The Shaolin and the Wu-Tang could be dangerous. Do you think your Wu-Tang sword can defeat me?
They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger. My soul pure gold, so I live way longer. My mind think righteous, yeah, my bloodline chosen. My energy is positive, words unspoken. I'm so illuminated. I shine brighter than Illuminati. Walking on water, now they really know I'm God body, gifted from birth. So the life I face is hard body. Had so much love in my heart, they had to apply pressure. Now I'm a fine diamond, yeah. Said I'm a fine diamond.
Shaolin Shadow Boxing and the Wu-Tang sword style.
No matter how hard they try, I find myself in divine timing. Now they follow what I say like my name Simon. Led the chosen ones to victory in divine timing. The time is near, the signs are clear. 144, activation is here. We rise in the vibration with no fear. Oh, the Thundercats we all hear. And now it just don't seem fair. It just don't seem fair. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Drill me.
You gotta choose your side. You gotta choose your side. It's do or die. I said it's do or die. I said it's conflict in all areas, nigga. You choose the side. You could win or you could lose, nigga. It's do or die. Energy don't lie, it just testify for what they saying. I just look them deep into their eyes, going against the God in me. Now that's suicide. Higher self, higher level, higher wealth. To move like this, you gotta put your pride upon yourself. They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger.
Hey, what you say is true. The Shaolin and the Wu-Tang could be dangerous. Do you think your Wu-Tang sword can defeat me?
They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger. My soul pure gold, so I live way longer. My mind think righteous, yeah, my bloodline chosen. My energy is positive, words unspoken. I'm so illuminated. I shine brighter than Illuminati. Walking on water, now they really know I'm God body, gifted from birth. So the life I face is hard body. Had so much love in my heart, they had to apply pressure. Now I'm a fine diamond, yeah. Said I'm a fine diamond.
Shaolin Shadow Boxing and the Wu-Tang sword style.
No matter how hard they try, I find myself in divine timing. Now they follow what I say like my name Simon. Led the chosen ones to victory in divine timing. The time is near, the signs are clear. 144, activation is here. We rise in the vibration with no fear. Oh, the Thundercats we all hear. And now it just don't seem fair. It just don't seem fair.
All right, we live with another one. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome to Let's Talk with Jazzy. Let's talk with Jazzy Wanda. How y'all doing this great Friday evening? You ready to go turn up? How many of you getting ready to go turn up, turn up, turn up? Boy, oh boy, oh boy. You know what I'm saying? Boy, oh boy, has your toy. Well, let's welcome. Welcome to Let's Talk with Jazzy Wanda. I believe I got a good one for you tonight. You know, my title is The Fire Didn't Burn Me, It Refined Me. Yeah, the fire didn't burn me, it refined me. We were brought up to be afraid of fire. But what if, just what if, we've been looking at fire all wrong? See, fire represents in life's trials and tribulations turning up the heat. But when you turn up the heat, you shouldn't be afraid. You should position yourself to become strong and persevere. See, we're not literally in the fire that scorches and burns. We're in the metaphor of the fire. Are you walking through the fire right now? Are you feeling intense situations and circumstances of adversity? Do you have challenge after challenge, experience failure after failure? Well, guess what? This is a message for you. This is definitely a message for you. What if most difficulties aren't sent or happen to come to destroy us, but to forge us into a different dimension of strength, of power? Just what if? What if? Now, I got a multitude of stories and situations and circumstances that have challenged me, some failures that I've come through. But I sit here today. I'm not a victim. I'm a victor or Victoria for all of those that want to put the feminine twist on the backside of Victor. That part. See, in this video, I believe that we're going to explore how to shift from the mindset of victim to victor. How did I get from the victim mentality to the victor? Because there was situations after situations that I faced growing up in life, but yet I still managed to push through and persevere and come out on the other side. Even not with the knowledge that I sit with today, it was a journey that was bringing me forth to this place where I sit Queen Victor, Victoria. I'm gonna say Victoria than Victor because Victor, in my opinion, in my mindset, sounds masculine, but it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. But I am Queen Victoria. I mean, because some of the things that I have been able to overcome, despite the mental health pushback and the physical pushback, I have been able to push forward in a place where my mindset no longer allows for situations and circumstances to put me in the victim mode, the victim mindset. Not at all. Now, back growing up, I used to have pity parties. Anybody familiar with pity parties? Anybody still having pity parties today? I'm talking about, boy, I used to have some good old pity parties. Anybody get any pity parties? Oh, it's me and why me and just feeling sorry and down about life for myself. But see, I realized in those pity parties, they were keeping me trapped in the victim mentality. Oh, I used to have a saying, nobody loves me and nobody cares. Oh, that was my favorite one. And I felt good saying it. What? What? Absolutely. Felt good saying it. But see, I believe those type of things put you in the low self-esteem mode because they don't come with a vibration of energy that's positive. They come with a low vibration. They keep you stuck in the bottom of the barrel, dealing with your trials and your tribulations, or your situations and or your circumstances or your challenges. Now, I do believe that having the parents that I had, I believe that they were part of the reason why or how I was able to persevere, although it took some time. Although I I had crutches that I used along the way. Sometimes I wondered if it had not been for some of them crutches, would I be here sane? Because some of that stuff should have took me out. Although, and I'm talking about my boys again, y'all already know my kings. They say I'm crazy, but you know what? I take it as a positive. See, a lot of people take crazy as a neg. And crazy doesn't always mean that you're crazy. It just means that you have a mindset outside of the norm and that you're willing to do whatever it takes to do what you need to do for yourself, really without hurting anybody. Yeah. So if that's crazy, then hey, I'm super crazy and I'm a good crazy. Now, the crazy that most people believe and get offended when you call them crazy is when they don't have control over their mind and they allow their mind to put them in situations and circumstances and for a victim to things and the challenges and the trials and tribulations that they're going through, to have them doing something that they would not normally do because they have no control over their mind. Sometimes chemicals could put you in that place. And the funny part is that if you take a chemical that will put you in a place where your mind is out of control, how much does it make sense for you to go to when you get put in the psych ward and they give you another chemical that's supposed to control your mind? If you ask me, it might sedate you, but in my opinion, it don't do no more for you than the chemicals that you was already taking, other than bringing you out of that insane asylum of your mindset into a more sedative place, but still it impacts you. But I do believe that if it had not been for the parents that I had, that I would be still stuck in the pity parties. If I had not done the self work and strive to still be the better version of myself that I desire to be, or I believe that I was going to be one day, I would still be stuck back there as a victim. I would be still talking about, oh, it's poor me. I would probably be still stuck on chemicals. I might have lost my children. See, a lot of behaviors are mindset driven. And you have to get to a place somewhere in there has to have a notion that you are somebody, that you were created to be great. If I tangent off just a tidbit over onto the religious side, you were created in his likeness and his image, in her likeness and her image. However, you want to see the power that's higher than you, if you believe in that. But somewhere along life's journey, there had to be in some subconsciousness of your mind, maybe one family member, maybe grandma, maybe grandpa, maybe Aunt Sally, Aunt Lou, Uncle John. Baby, you're gonna be a beautiful girl when you grow up. You're gonna be a handsome man and a great man, and you're so brilliant, you're so smart. You had somewhere along the line one of those family members that saw what you couldn't see because you believed that you was a victim, or you had so much going on in the lifestyle that you lived, or the craziness that you were brought up in may not had any hope. But on the backside of it, it was a little hope You know how they say we got the right and the left? We got the little monkey over here and the little monkey over here, or however they said it. It was always like that chip on your shoulder type deal. So we had the good one and the bad one. And for me growing up, my bad one outweighed my good one. At least how I felt and thought about myself. I believe that my actions and my behaviors were how you say it, sabotaging in a way that could it be why I was always getting hurt or in some kind of crazy accident on some kind of chemical. But yet there was that other side of me, and there we go with that dual personality thing. Be careful of them diagnoses, honey, that they be quick to give you. We had the smart little girl and we had the rebellion little girl. So we had a war going on. Anybody ever experienced that? Had a war going on? You know, because you know you want to be the best little girl or the best little boy or the best man or the best woman that you could be. Because, see, a lot of us still dealing with that little girl and that little boy within and have not allowed him or her to heal so that you can be an adult and not a child adult and be carrying on around allegedly in this world today, you know, creating muck and mire that ain't beneficial to you. And you packing with a lot of knowledge, with a lot of sense. But because allegedly you have not allowed that self within that little girl or that little boy, you haven't peeled back that onion and get to the core of the bitterness of the hurt and the pain and the trauma, problems are drawn to you. Mishaps are drawn to you. Accidents are drawn to you. I mean, I had get to a point one time where I just was like, wait a minute. Because one would have to wonder, and when I say one would have to wonder, I mean Wanda had to wonder, Jazzy Wanda had to wonder, why so much trauma? Why so much pain? Why so much hurt? Then my why became noticeable in the notion of every time something transpired as I got older, more knowledgeable, more productive. Like I told you, I was a smart little girl. I was always the head of the class. I always was right. I was always the leader. I was always the head of this and the head of that and making things happen. But yet I suffered with so much pain and so much trauma. And it was a hidden ball festing with inside of me that I presented myself well. Like how many of us allegedly do? We look great, we appear great, but we got so much hurt and so much pain. If they just stick a pin in you, you might explode. Allegedly, some of us are still walking around like that. Of us allegedly do not realize how much, how awesome, how blessed, how magnificent we are to be still in the land of the living. To be able to just wake up one more day in the midst of all that you may have experienced in life. It's amazing that no matter what I've been through, because there was a point, now I'm just going to keep it real with you. Where's my button? I'm just going to keep it real with you. I'm going to keep it real with you. That part. I love it. That part. That part. I'm going to keep it real with you. the things that I experienced, what I went through in life, I would never believe and would imagine that I could sit here today and love on myself and care about myself and don't mind getting up in the morning. Because there was a time, as my point I was going to make, was I didn't want to wake up. I didn't want to, and I don't mean that I didn't want to live. I just didn't want to wake up and have to deal with and face the trials and the tribulations and the problems and the situations because that's all I saw them as. Because that's what the mindset had programmed itself to believe along life's journeys. On one hand, one would say I had it good as a little girl. Like I told you, my daddy was a gangster. I grew up a rich little girl. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you. I had a good daddy. Okay, but I had all of this trauma going on in the background, all this noise. Oh my God! But I still went to school. I still got A's and B's. And then I fell off somewhere along the line in school because of the traumas and trying to keep up with the facade and the image. But somewhere, somebody planted a seed. Woo! Somebody planted a seed in this little old mind that I was great, that I was born to be great. Okay? I had a father that told me I could do anything I put my mind and my heart to, that he loved me no matter what. So guess what? I had to run around and keep all of the negatives away from the dad, the man that thought I was this good to, but how you say, a good little girl. Okay? So I get it. Some of us, if you grew up anything like I grew up, and I'm not talking about having things and material things, I'm talking about being a child and having to cover up your pain and really nobody to talk to. For me, I had to bottle my emotions. I dare make my children do that in this day and time. You know, as a parent, no, we're going to talk about it. We're going to put them feelings, let's get them out on the table because I don't want you to go down the same rabbit hole that I went down to of covering up and putting on a facade and faking it until I made it. Because where can you make it faking it? You know, that one I never understood. It makes no kind of sense. Fake it until you make it. So tell a lie. Don't be truthful. Don't be honest. It's a wonder that a lot of allegedly people have stuff boggled up in the back of their mind in the subconsciousness that holds all of the ability to make decisions and how you make decisions because it's traumatic down there. And you got to get to a place in the midst of all of the failures. But see, failure is just a stepping stone. It's just something that didn't work the way that you thought it should work. But you do something different and do it again until you get it right or till you achieve or till you be successful at whatever that thing is you consider failure. Because it really is not a failure. It's just a word that they tack to things that don't go the way that you planned it. Or the outcome is not the outcome that you so desire. Because even the person that may be struggling right now don't know how they gonna make it? What's the next move they gonna make? It's not a failure. Because if somebody could reach down inside the gut and the mind of their heart and their emotions and their mindset and help them realize that they are great and that they have the ability to overcome and that they wasn't created to be what they are being, that they're choosing to be allegedly what they are being. Because I couldn't understand how I went from the rich little girl to the college kid to the drug addict. Come on now, talk to me. To the drug addict. So from here, trauma, going on, going on, going on, going on, going on, going on, going on. So I hit the valley. So see, I believe that the thing that I thought was a coping mechanism became a crutch that got out of hand. And I'm talking about the addiction now, okay? And took me down into the valley where, wait a minute, I bet you my subconscious was talking to each other, the little girl within, the person that knew that I could become one day, and saying, hey, wait a minute, you're supposed to be great. What you doing over there? You know, I having out of body experiences happen to look at myself like, what are you doing? Like, how did I get here? Could you just please help me just get out of here? And then, boom, another major accident would happen. Was it the accidents for me that put me in a place that I had to check myself and just lay there and go through the metamorphosis of can't give in, can't give up, and can't give out? It ain't time to die then. It ain't time to die now. Oh my. I'm talking about the fire didn't burn me, it refined me. And it didn't burn you either, because if you still here able to tune into this, it didn't burn you either. Because you're pushing forward. You know, you're doing what you can. And you're saying possibly to yourself, there's a better way, there's a greater way. But a lot of us, because even myself, we know what we got to do. Or we know what we should do. That's when you got to come past the anxiety and depression and to do what you need to do to evolve to the person that you know that you're capable of being. See, I think sometimes, okay, for the sake of addiction, then you become a parent. You get trapped off with now it's no longer about you. It wasn't no longer about me. It became about those children. And then you got to forge forward without a book with directions or instructions on how to be a good parent. And then maybe, just maybe, it depends on what your family structure was. You came from a family that your mindset don't want your kids to go through. So now you stuck for a moment in time. But believe it or not, parent takes you into another dimension. Even while you're trying to heal and find yourself. We don't always, allegedly, we have parents that, found themselves on chemicals with their children. And it was one of them. Okay. But I never gave up on my kids. I pushed forward in the midst of my addiction to make the best for my children. That's a whole nother story. I don't really want to go into it too much because I don't want to tell their story. I'm going to try to keep to my story. But it forged me in a place where how could you? You're being stuck in addiction as a parent. It's not a good place to be. Not only have you shut down the ability to continue to work on you to better you, now you gotta better these young ones that you brought into this world with a cloudy mindset. Hmm. And each dispensation of time and decades that children were born in are different. No doubt about it. Are definitely different. Okay. Because I know my dad partied. Even though he had money, he partied. You know, he did his thing. Whatever my mother did her thing. But they took care of us. It never appeared to be an addiction out of control or an addiction out of hand. I don't care how you want to look at it. If you drink, smoke, do mind altering chemicals allegedly, hey, guess what? Some sort of an addiction. And addiction isn't always bad. I'm rearing off on this tangent, but stay with me. Addiction isn't always bad. Because when you come to a place where you overcome the negatives of addiction, and you can get a handle on it, you can refine it. Ah, there you go. And you don't get burned it in any longer. You begin to understand exactly what addiction is. Now, whether you was born with addictive personality, or you became one along the way, guess what? Somehow or another, it sticks with you. And I'm not talking about being an addict. I'm talking about having an addictive personality. And I'm not sure why I'm going down the recovery road, but it's all good. It's all good because it's part of the journey. It is part of the fire that didn't burn me. It refined me. Because, see, I know I wasn't born addicted to no chemicals. Okay, I wasn't born like that and I wasn't raised like that. Even though trials and tribulations set me in an emotional state that I became dependent on it, believing that it made me feel good or it took me out of the misery, so I thought. But the more I thought it was helping me, that down the rabbit hole to the valley I was going. And you know what? As I look back at my journey in all of the valley days, my refinement in all of this was, and the way I surmise it in my mind and my heart today is, I had to go through this so that I would be able to help somebody. Make it make sense now. Come on, Jazzy. I had to go through this, or I went through this, okay, to come out of that so that I could help somebody. Oh, I'm talking real good. I'm telling the truth about it, about addiction, about when you become in recovery or recovered. Because, in my opinion, I said I wasn't going to say this, but guess what? It's coming up in my mind and it's coming up in my heart. I'm not a recovering addict. I'm done with the addiction of negatives that will harm or hurt me. I'm done. I'm no longer an alcoholic or a drug addict. I'm not going to always be an alcoholic or a drug addict because I wasn't born one. So that's my take and that's my mindset and my mentality, and how I came out of it was I started telling myself, wait a minute here. As my journey was going, as I kept getting traumatized in situations and circumstances, like I said, dragged by a train, hit by a tractor trailer truck, just accident after accident, that near death situations, I wasn't going to allow myself to be taken out by no drug. Because some of these accidents was brutal. And if above wasn't allowing them to take me out, how could I allow myself to take myself out? Because I'm self-inflicting harm by taking the chemicals. Remember now, I told you that when in addiction you start having babies, you got to put you on the back burner. So if before I was having the babies, I was getting myself together, started going to the rehabs and started tapping into some of the things and getting understandings of all. It's a wonder they say to you, no relationships in the first couple of years because they know what they talking about when you're emotionally a wreck. You're stopping something most people allegedly that started at a very young age and you're adult trying to leave it alone. So your emotions, you stop growing at that emotional state, became numb. So if I started at 10, think about it. I was emotionally numb at 10. And then when I started getting clean, I had to bring my emotions up to the adult that I was. So my decisions wasn't always copacetic as an adult coming along the journey. But you put yourself on the back burner to be that adult, and then you gotta maneuver through it and fake it and hide and all of the above that comes with it. But I told myself I wasn't born like this. Because out of the 30 rehabs and I don't know how many detoxes and how many psych wards, didn't do it. Didn't do it. Now, lessons lessons learned. AA, NA along the way, I learn how to 13 step. If anybody knows anything about AA and NA, and I have to just throw that in there for a little laugh or joke. Allegedly, the 13 step. You know what the 13 step is. I don't have to tell you. But none of that, they put a band aid on it. Why? Because they tell you, or you learn, allegedly, something about relapse. And that was my crutch, relapse. Oh, I'm just relapsing. No, you're not. That's a lie straight from the pit. You're getting high because you want to get high and you ain't ready to stop. Okay? But I believe in my heart and in my mind that it was one tragic accident that had really had me to wake up. I mean, snap all the way back into reality. And it was that tractor trailer truck. I can't tell you this story right now because it's so deep. It's so pathetic. But I sit here today, honestly, the refined girl, lady, woman that I am from that point moving forward. Keep in mind now, the hair had caught on fire. I was dragged by a train, sexually abused, raped several times. Made my mind up. You know how they say, what's the saying? You get sick and tired of being sick and tired. Well, that becomes true in the mind and the heart of somebody that really just ready to believe in themselves. Not for nothing. Some of them things, steps, and you work them. They have you to take a look at yourself. You know, they have you to take a look at yourself. But I'm the type of person that's independent. Don't want to be dependent on something. Like, and I don't knock it. If that's what you need, that's what you do. If that's what keeps you clean, then by all means do it. I wasn't going to allow myself that if I didn't go to a meeting that I'm going to use. If I didn't do this, I'm going to use. Those were excuses and crutches that I used to stay going back to doing something that I felt filled the void that was inside of me, that had festered. Because I believe I was in my 30s or my 40s. I don't know how old I was back in 2010, 11, 12, to completely stop. Talking about the addictive personality, but then I found out that guess what? Okay, you stop doing things that were harmful to you. And I would like something, I would buy something, and I would like it, or it tastes good, and I would eat it. And then I had to go back and get some more. And I might binge on it for about a whole week or a month until some taste turned different on me, and I like, "I don't want that no more." That's addictive personality. I mean, if I'm gonna binge on chicken wings, as long as it's not didn't create a health problem for me or a weight problem, or you get my drift, right? Hey, shopping, same difference. Found myself, and it's okay. It made me feel good when I got upset. Instead of going to use, I go shopping. I go buy me some things. Now, it only becomes a problem if you buying and using funds that you don't have or that you are supposed to be using to pay bills, gamble. I really wasn't a gambler. Praise God. Really wasn't one of them. But when I did, I had to watch myself because I understood that I had the addictive personality and it'll get good to you. And, because that's what addictive personalities do. It looks for something to fulfill an itch, an urge, a nudge, a nod, whatever you want to call it. Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? For me right now, you know what my addictive addiction is? Addictive personality, allegedly, smoothies. Guess what? Good, healthy smoothies. Yeah, that part. That part. Yeah, real healthy smoothies. Since I started it and I realized it was a health benefit to me, I'm just gonna keep it 100. I've not missed a morning. And my smoothies got a little bit of everything in it. I see all kind of videos where you take these three things and this for this and these three things for that and this three things for that. Man, I got I got me a cocktail going. I be having kale, spinach, arugula, zucchini, cucumbers. That's the greens. Pineapple, watermelon, strawberries, blackberries, blueberries, dates, peanut butter. You name it, I have it. And guess what? In that addictive mindset and personality, I was able to give back some medication. Yeah, my blood work is phenomenal. So it can turn out as you journey along life and you start figuring out some of these things that have impacted you in a negative way along life's way, how to reverse them. Because there's a particular passage in the big book that says all things work together for the good. That's just a portion of it. And that thing, I had to start, like every time something negative would come, man, what's good coming out of this? I'm looking for what's good. I'm going to make sure something good comes out of it. That was the mindset that I had to start moving in and changing. I gotta save that story, but the tractor trailer one, because that one was crazy. Mm-mm. But God, for the mercies of me being who I am and who I was chosen to be and who I was going to become destined to be. Woo! That one, that story knocked you off your boots, and it was real what I went through. But it also catapulted me into a place where I said, I will, yes, to my relationship with my higher power, with my God. Yes. Yes to your will, yes to your ways, yes to whatever it is you have put me here to do. Probably why I'm going out of my way for us to do this backpack giveaway this weekend for the children. I will go above and beyond for the human being if they're sent to me, if they're placed in my path. I know what I'm supposed to do and when I'm supposed to do it, and half of the time who I'm supposed to do it for. Every assignment is not your assignment. Every assignment is not my assignment. But along life's way, I had to take all of the situations and circumstances and build a proactive mindset along the way. Sometimes you slip back. You come 10 steps forward and slip back five. Come 10 steps forward and slip back nine. As long as you just keep on tugging forward, though, you win it. You win it. As long as you don't give up, you win it. Self talk. Don't tell me about don't answer yourself. You better answer yourself with some positive affirmations. You better answer yourself with some knowledge that you already got on board that is trying to be blocked by entities that don't want you to manifest forward to be the person that you are called to be. Hmm. It's amazing how. And coulda, woulda, shoulda. Because I was about to say, if I would have known what I knew now, guess what? It didn't work like that. And it doesn't normally work like that. So let's not even go with the if I knew what I knew then, now, then. Yeah, right. Ooh. I used to think and believe that by some chance, could my struggles have been punishment? These are the mindsets that when you develop a negative emotional subconscious negativity is around you or you see it or you know and for the love of me, like I said, I was raised up in Harlem. I'm a Harlemite Bronx girl. Yeah, it was crazy, but it's like that allegedly in all the big cities, some of the cities. And I believe we were middle class until dad struck it big and we became, I called it rich. Absolutely rich. And that's a whole nother story. That's a nice portion because there's a book out called uh My Daddy Was a Number Writer. or a number runner, a number banker, whatever it is. I would like to write another modern version that my daddy was a number banker. I would love to write another modern version of that. Of growing up in Harlem. But you develop this mindset of negative emotions. And so every time something happens, you develop, and not everybody, and not, you know, but most people that deal with trials and tribulations and have allegedly have issues of the sort and trying to overcome, bad choices picking men or men picking women and whatever the case may be. We could blame it on our mom. We could blame it on our dad. We could, but at some point, i- after you get of age, you're responsible for you. Define the difference of right and wrong, great and not great. Living righteous and living unrighteous. At some point, you can't blame anybody but self. But then I got this notion that my struggles wasn't punishment. They were powerful processes of refining me. That part, that part of refining, that part of refining. Unbelievable. When I came to that place and I realized, because one thing about it, one thing about Jazzy, I guess I could say I was ornery, but I was well mannered, very business minded from a very young age, had respect for my elders, knew how to talk, knew how to deal with people, knew how to throw the charm on behind all of that trauma that I was holding and hiding. I knew how to present myself in a manner. Funny part was I knew how to present myself to you, but I didn't know how to be that to myself. So the struggles and the traumas and the situations and circumstances brought me to a place where I began to improve. Ooh, understand the elegance, the sophistication, the removing of the impurities that were holding me hostage. Half the time when you go through something, allegedly, you, me, anybody, I used to say, and it was the mindset that I had at that time. And I don't want to say religion because I mean I ran in the religious circle at one point, but I'm a very I'm past that. I'm a believer and I'm very spiritual being. Make sure I say this right. But I believed that when I was on my bed in I don't know. I guess you could call some of the instances and situations that I've been through were near death situations because I was always in ICU, had to have blood transfusions and all of the above. But I used to say in that mindset that I ran it then was that God was trying to get my attention with something about something. Guess what? Could it have been about me? Could it have been about Jazzy? Could it have been that refining? And I didn't say that God did anything to me. I said, could it have been he was trying to get my attention? Or no, guess what? Better rephrase. That he used those opportunities to get my undivided attention. There you go. There you go. Now that makes more sense. I got it right. That makes much more sense. Okay, those were opportunities where I was being dealt with. I was being refined in the fire. Because, boy, after the ICUs and the whatever, I mean, who smiles through half of the stuff that I had been through? It was like my body was being put under attack, but my mind, my emotions, my soul, my thoughts, my heart, I just couldn't be broke. If that's what it was about, I just couldn't be broke. But see, thinking that it was trying to break me is that mindset that comes from all of that trauma back in the day. Because it wasn't about breaking me, it was refining me to that sophisticated, elegant, smart, outgoing person that would be used to help other human beings that are facing some of the same stuff that I face, that don't have a clue how to come out of it, how to come above it. I had my godmother say, it's the story that set me free. She said I should name my book that. I had to laugh. It's the story that set me free. No, it's the going through the fire. You know, it's like that story, because that's what it is, nothing but a story. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. That story. Okay? Not to go down the religious hole with you, but you know that story in the big book. It was like I was in the lion's den. I was in the fire. I was in the flames, but I couldn't be touched. Couldn't be scorched. Just put it like that. Deep, 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 deep. Boy, I'm gonna tell you something. Don't give up and don't give in. If you're struggling with anything, and you still gotta be put your good face on, go out there, go to your 9 to 5 or to your business or whatever you building or whatever the case may be. Stay in control. Stay in control of your emotions. Stay in control of your mindset. Protect your energy. Protect your well-being. Don't get caught in a hoopla, especially if you've come, if you've came, if you've come, if you're coming, if you have already arrived. Protect it. Protect it by all means. Huh. Don't get caught up in the gossip, talking about people, you know, listen, going allegedly to those job sites and to those places and, you know, bad mouthing a sister. You see they or a brother, they got an issue or something going on. Help them. Tell them what it is that you want to talk behind their back about. Go tell them allegedly. You know what I'm saying? We have to be so careful. We have to be so careful. Communicate to your spouse, to your loved one, to your husband, to your wife. Talk. Some people are gifted and can read minds. So they think. And some of them possibly could. But guess what? People are not mind readers. They really don't know what you're going through unless you step forward and tell them, honey, I'm not feeling good today. Can you this, that, and the other for me? Tell the children, let the children, be a mom to your children, not no friend. Be a mom. Stand firm. Let them know you mean business. Because at the end of the day, we living in a time where the dispensation of time is, disrespect is rampant. Okay, so what? Don't let them be to you though. Allegedly, I'm definitely, and not allegedly, I'm telling you allegedly don't let them be to you, but they ain't not fixing to be to me. I don't disrespect you, don't disrespect me. We're living in a time where the mindset of these young people think that you giving them direction or telling them to do something in some kind of way, you're disrespecting them. Like, give me a break. That's not disrespect. That's just direction. And as a parent, me giving you instruction on, how to do whatever. Because apparently, if I'm having to come this way to kind of help you see some things, then you ain't getting, but, and that's them adult kids, adult children, rather. Woo! But yeah, don't let anybody tweak, because I'm quite sure the momentum of the people in the world, of the world, and when I say of the world, because I come from the little religious mindset going on over there. I'm not talking that. I'm talking about reality. Being a person that have to face the world daily, whether you in religion, out of religion, under religion, over religion, however you are, set yourself to come out and face the world. That you can conquer and you can handle anything. And those that may be tuning in that feel like, well, I don't have this and I don't have that, you can get it. Take the steps. It's called all kind of resources out here. I ain't trying to hear that. You can't do. You got to want to. Okay, you got to want to. I know if I kicked that monkey that I had going on off of my shoulder, and I was excelling with him at first until he took me down and threw me on the ground, and I'm just being funny with it. When the addiction took me down that rabbit hole, if I was able, because I thought I would never be able to get rid of that monkey. You couldn't tell me that I was going to be able to get rid of that monkey. It's just not so. But I did. And you can too. Whatever your monkey is, you know, you need to go to school. You need to get a job. It's a lot of homelessness going on these days. And some of it, allegedly, that I recognize, because I'm also in ministry and help a lot of people. The amount of young people that choose to not follow the rules of their parents' home to go be with their significant boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever they choose to be with, to be homeless. Now, I've had my share of that. That's another story and another place I could talk about. I was a sophisticated homeless if there's such a thing. Lord help me. There, you know, but sleeping in the woods for the sake of being with someone. And I've heard that, because I've helped people get tents and whatever and pay for campsites and all that kind of stuff. But I also help them get out of that mindset and that state of mind. You know, if there's a will, there's a way. And we all were born with a will and an instinct. And in my opinion, it's to be great. Go look back at yourself when you was a little baby, little cute little baby. Everybody was telling you how beautiful, how cute you was, how handsome you was. Oh, and you just was going to conquer the world. Get that mindset back. Yeah. But like I was saying, in that hospital bed, in that room, I was being dealt with. And it seemed like it sounds ludicrous. Listen, I was being healed in the midst of being hurt. Ooh, that's a good one. I was being healed in the midst of being hurt. Like I said, it was always, after my physical, but at the same time, allegedly, if not just my physical, my psyche as well. But see, I was past the days of the pity parties. I don't can't come. I don't get invited to no pity parties no more because I don't invite myself to none and I don't allow myself to participate. Oh no 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 no! I've come too far, been too hurt, been too broken to go to any pity party. Okay, I'm not doing it. Nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not participating. And I don't participate in other people's. I'm sorry. You could say I'm cold hearted. You could say whatever you want to say, but we can't get nowhere in no pity party. I done been to too many of my own, so I'm sure not fixing to participate in nobody else's, allegedly. Not at all. Nope, sorry, I'm not. Now, there's some solutions to every situation and circumstances to every problem. So if you got one and you coming to me and you need some kind of assistance, some help, let's strategize. And if I'm telling you what I know works, and you keep bumping your head doing the same thing, then hey, it ain't me that can help you. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. I ain't gonna keep on letting you come drain me and you ain't doing what the information I'm sharing with you to use to get yourself better. Hey, you're not dragging me down that hole because you pulling it from me. I don't mind giving, but we have the capacity, people, to overcome all kinds of situations and circumstances. Any obstacle that you face. I talk about faith a lot because I just believe that whatever I need is going to manifest itself to happen. Because I'm that girl. I'm God's girl. I'm Wanda's girl. Oh my, oh my. Burnt? Not. Not me. Not me. I used to, and even in my pain, because I carry some pain, don't ask me for the power of the mind is you, okay? Because sometimes, man, come on now, y'all already know. Dragged by a train, hit by a tractor trailer truck, just had my femur bone ripped out of my leg. Come on, okay? Slip and fall, shoulders messed up, okay? I set my mind right. I tell you, eat right, and I set my mind right. If that smoothie is my new addiction and my new drug, well, so be it, because it's natural, it's healthy, and it's food, okay? My son said, I get to drinking one, and I go to talking 80 miles, 90 miles a minute, okay? But it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. I think I'm at my hour in almost 15 minutes. I'm just gonna take a quick break because guess what? I gotta stay. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna stretch and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna try to wind this, bring this in. I hope that I'm helping somebody. It's anybody. One person. If Jazzy won this life can just change, help, direct, motivate one person. That's why I've been brought through the fire. I'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Uh huh. Yeah. You gotta choose your side. You gotta choose your side. It's do or die. Uh-huh. I said it's do or die. I said it's conflict in all areas, nigga. You choose the side. You could win or you could lose, nigga. It's do or die. Energy don't lie, it just testify for what they saying. I just look them deep into their eyes, going against the God in me. Now that's suicide. Higher self, higher level, higher wealth. To move like this, you gotta put your pride upon yourself. They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger.
Hey, what you say is true. The Shaolin and the Wu-Tang could be dangerous. Do you think your Wu-Tang sword can defeat me?
They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger. My soul pure gold, so I live way longer. My mind think righteous, yeah, my bloodline chosen. My energy is positive, words unspoken. I'm so illuminated. I shine brighter than Illuminati. Walking on water, now they really know I'm God body, gifted from birth. So the life I face is hard body. Had so much love in my heart, they had to apply pressure. Now I'm a fine diamond, yeah. Said I'm a fine diamond.
Shaolin Shadow Boxing and the Wu-Tang sword style.
No matter how hard they try, I found myself in divine timing. Now they follow what I say like my name Simon. Led the chosen ones to victory in divine timing. The time is near, the signs are clear. 144, activation is here. We rise in the vibration with no fear. Oh, the Thundercats we all hear. And now it just don't seem fair. It just don't seem fair.
Oh, I'm back. It take me a good old stretch these bones. Oh, I believe in healing and all of the above. But the reality of it is, when you've been through what I've been through, okay, it's some a little bit of how you want residue hanging around so that I could just remember when, so I don't do nothing stupid and go backwards on myself. Yeah, that part that I do not do nothing crazy and go backwards on myself. So A little bit of aches and a little bit of this. If it has me remembering when, then so be it. So be it. So be it. But yeah, life affords people different situations and circumstances. I mean, I don't care how much money you got and how much money you don't have. You're gonna find yourself facing some sort of something. It's just unfortunate that's the way life is. But we were created, you know, creatures of habit to be perseveres, not to give up, not to give in. And if we have found ourselves in those places, 9 out of 10 times, and we come out of them is so that we can help the next man. I feel like everybody has a certain amount of people assigned to them along their life's journey to help. I said, I ain't help nobody. I like to say that sometimes too, because I mean, I'm human, right? Part of me might feel like I don't get the same reciprocation back that I give out, but it's okay because I'm alive to give it. I don't have to be here. I could have not been here. you know some of them trials and tribulations that I had to face and that I went down. So I'm okay with, when that mind, that little negative dude, girl, woman, whatever you want to call it, start to pop up about, when somebody that you help tries you or does something to you and you be like, man, it's gonna be work helping these people, this and that and the other. Don't let anybody impede your character and your ability to be a help, to be a blessing to someone. Goes out, comes back in. Goes out, comes back in. At some point, I used to think that even my traumas were my blessings because, despite it all, I've been taken good care of, despite it all. And it just so happens wasn't no man. It was my relationship with myself, being able to make things happen for myself. That faith, that mindset, that go getter. I'm quite sure if I was to have a significant other, we would have been a great team, be a great team. But that's a whole nother story, and I'm good. Y'all know I like to say I'm good in the hood, above the hood, below the hood, side the hood, around the hood. I'm good in the hood. I'm good. I'm just good. And sometimes you ask yourself, well, okay, I don't know why I'm going here. I probably need to kind of wind this up, but marriage didn't work for me. And I'm, they say 50-50. I take most of the blame in my opinion because my addiction was rampant in my marriage. And I'll just keep it 100. I'll keep it real. But I often wondered, how could a person say that their God told them that they the only person that could love you and then give up on you at some point? Because you know what? Did did they really believe? Did they really believe what God told them or their God told them or whatever they believed and told them? Because look at me now. Oh my. All right, it's time to wind this in. But life could afford you some situations and circumstances, and you don't have to stay stuck. You do not have to stay stuck. You can get a mind and a heart that I deserve better than this. I don't care what your family background is, where you came from. There's multiple things, positive affirmations, relationships with uh, getting to know the God of your understanding, because it's your understanding of Him. Okay? It's your understanding of Him. I can preach to you all day long about a God, but if you don't understand and you don't build a relationship for yourself, what it benefit? So whatever you believe in, you got to believe so wholeheartedly that it's going to work for the better for you. And everything that happens negative doesn't have to be end all. It could be the beginning of all. All things work together for the good. We are, I am, you are good. That book said it was good. Believe in yourself, man. That you got to believe in yourself past your dilemmas, past your challenges. I know I did, and I do. And no matter what comes, I stand 10 toes down and I face it. Okay? That's how I move in this day and time. And it's thanks to the fire that I came through that didn't burn me, but it refined me. And you too can be refined. Start assessing what you don't like about you. Start making some changes that you don't like about you. Okay? Start applying yourself. And let me tell you something. Yeah, because this just hit me. Just because you got money don't mean nothing. Money don't make you happy. Money allegedly might can put you in places and might can give you things, but guess what? Amen. Sister said, and whoever that is said, and be consistent. No doubt about it. Because you can't be up today and down tomorrow expecting change. You got to be consistent. You got to keep it moving. Keep it moving in a positive direction. I agree wholeheartedly with you. You got to be consistent. That's right. You had a good day yesterday, and you might not have such a good day tomorrow, just a portion of it. But if you apply what you did the day before, it'll work itself out. It'll work itself out. Because I'm just going to keep it 100 with you. I don't know what was going on with me yesterday. But when you operate in the realm that I operate in, okay, and you take on a lot of whatever, people's whatever. Sometimes, we believe, no, I ain't even going to put it like that because I don't believe that I'm no superwoman now. That's a lie straight from the pit. I know that I'm a strong woman. I know that I'm capable of handling above what the average person can. But your own children, your own family members, and then the outside world, you got to protect you. I had to shut it down, okay, because the way I was being pulled was creating, I guess they call it stress. I don't like to claim it, but it was what it was. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: I was smart enough to know that I went and laid my behind down and didn't. What needed to be done didn't get done because if I don't be here, it ain't gonna get done anyway. So you got to be careful in the midst of being able to handle a lot too. See, because I have arrived into this place, they'll pull on you if you let them. I got caught off guard yesterday with some of the stuff. And it's family, and you the one they all want to call on because they figure if anybody can fix it, ma, but no, mm-mm. Shut some of that down. Shut some of that down because they going to figure it out when you're gone, when I'm gone. Okay, so guess what? They got to had to figure it out yesterday. I laid my down and just took a break. Took a break. Okay, this thing just blinked. I don't know what that was all about, but I'm going to wind it up and bring it in. You can do anything you put your mind and your heart to. You have been tuning into Jazzy Wanda. Let's talk with Jazzy. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope it touched you. I hope it can help you maneuver and arrive to a different mind state level of consciousness that can help you and benefit your family members. And remember, the only thing should matter is you and your family. All that craziness that they got going on out in the world, all that political warfare going back and forth with each other is not your battle to fight. The battle has already been won. You need to work on you, yours, and if you're a mother, your wife, or whatever the case may be, position yourself so that you're good within yourself, or husband, that you're good in yourself, for your family. Okay? Don't let this world and the cares of it and everything that's going on tweak you out, because if you've been coming through, like I said, all the presidents that have sat in office, I never missed a meal. Even in my addiction, I never skipped the beat of being okay to a certain degree. So I don't get caught up in the hoopla of the different parties and this party don't like that party and all of the above. That's a bunch of foolishness in my mind and in my heart. But stay tuned and then bless until next time. And I have a favorite little saying that I like to say to you, that you are worthy of infinite abundance. You're a beacon of confidence, success, and you deserve happiness. And everything you desire, you are deserving of. And guess what? It is flowing to you now. Stay tuned. Till next time. Look forward to seeing me on Sunday evening. Ending soon. Oh, thank you for
Yeah.
tuning in. Thank you for tuning in.
You gotta choose your
I
side. You
appreciate
gotta choose your
subscribe and
side.
follow if you will. I
It's
appreciate
do
my
or
followers. I
die.
appreciate those that are
I said it's do
subscribing.
or die.
Yep. You can
I
follow
said
me
it's
on
conflict in
Facebook.
all areas, nigga. You choose the side. You
You
can
can
win it.
follow me on Facebook, Twitch, not Twitter, Twitch, but I am also on X, which is previously Twitter, Kick, Travel, Instagram, TikTok, not yet. And Facebook, probably give me about another week. I'll be able to be live on Facebook. But hey, follow me. I appreciate the follow and I appreciate the subscribe.
Uh-huh. Yeah. You gotta choose your side. You gotta choose your side. It's do or die. I said it's do or die. I said it's conflict in all areas, nigga. You choose the side. You can win or you can lose, nigga. It's do or die. Energy don't lie, it just testify for what they saying. I just look them deep into their eyes, going against the God in me. Now that's suicide. Higher self, higher level, higher wealth. To move like this, you gotta put your pride up on yourself. They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger.
If what you say is true, the Shaolin and the Wu-Tang could be dangerous. Do you think your Wu-Tang sword can defeat me?
They say money money is power, but knowledge way stronger. My soul pure gold, so I live way longer. My mind think righteous, yeah, my bloodline chosen. My energy is positive, words unspoken, I'm so illuminated. I shine brighter than Illuminati. Walking on water, now they really know I'm God body. Gifted from birth, so the life I face is hard body. Had so much love in my heart, they had to apply pressure. Now I'm a fine diamond, yeah. Said I'm a fine diamond.
Shaolin Shadow Boxing, and the Wu-Tang Sword Style.
No matter how hard they try, I find myself in divine timing. Now they follow what I say like my name Simon. Led the chosen ones to victory in divine timing. The time is near, the signs are clear. 144, activation is here. We rise in the vibration with no fear. Oh, the Thundercats we all hear. And now it just don't seem fair. It just don't seem fair.
That's E.O. Dior. You can follow him or find his music on all major platforms. Stay tuned till next time.